Becoming human. We went slowly at first, a kilometer a day from the Afar, the place of drought and plains with the dream of an ocean in its bones. They say walking on two legs changed everything, made us runners, thinkers, tool makers, hunters. We counted progress by the hundreds of thousands of years. Then we were wanderers, the Afar behind us on the slow meander into the extremities of the planet. We met each other in passing, new paintings, symbols, and storytelling by the lift in our crania, that crucial bone bridge arching over our most animal selves. Uplifting wet mass by degrees, the births became more difficult with every passing era. Today, there is talk of energy budgets and carnivore lifestyles, computer recreations of genetic structures, and much guessing among cute nicknames for old, dead beings, too human to be ape, too animal to make us comfortable with ourselves. There are die-offs and climate trauma, the tallying of progress by CCs and capacities, the reasons and seasons and meaning. All the while, that bone bridge spanning corpus colossus, that cranial arch gets higher and higher, dangerously high, sapiens, self-named, though there are vast gaps in the timeline and question marks to figure in. Not so long ago, only a couple thousand years by paleo reckoning, the Mayans had the long countdown. Heaven was below us, and stars. To die the good death was to descend, wise animal, into the great rift, that cleft of Milky Way in the reflecting pool of paradise, where the ocean is a dream of itself, and the ecliptic is not a limit, but a horizon to learn and to see past. We walk backward into the future, we humans, holding up a mirror to see behind us. Look, there we were. Here we go.
Lesbian index at the cafe. In the savory smells of bacon and muffins, the news item.
Lesbians have index fingers like men's.
Short. Lying right there beside my pancakes, my egg and newspaper, my index finger short, a veritable stub. Unlike my eyebrows, whose bushiness is my choice, my clothes, my jeans, my tailored shirt. This is not my choice, but God's will. Ha! So after all, I'm innocent. Shall I make an announcement to the breakfasters? An announcement to the retired couple and the lawn worker, the lawyer and the lawman, neighbors, servers, one and all. I am a lesbian by nature as well as nurture. Shake my lesbian hand, condemn me not, accept me into the human family. Point out with your respective short and long fingers,
She's okay.
Just what the plan called for.
At last. I'm old and wrinkled, celibate and wise, devoted to the passions of the mind, spurning sex or even plain affection, so I can think. Lust was my worst addiction. Please don't touch me. Never left my lips. Some hot new guy who I could not resist would show up just in time to retrofit inside the cleft another man had left. There's no time that wasn't filled with love's excess. But now the change is done, and only death whistles insistently. I am a bitch who will not come. My bones bristle. They snap at nothing. Solitude, what I once wished for furtively, becomes me, lure and trap.
Lifelines. We spend 30 minutes with markers and butcher paper, drawing lines up and drawing lines down to represent the major events of our lives. They look like arteries carrying the blood of us somewhere. One woman's thick lines pool in the low places. The word lonely keeps coming up. After husbands die, after wives die, after the children leave. During her illness, he sat on the dock staring into his life of privilege. He said, "I can't really remember, but I'll tell you anyway." Another's lines stagger up and up in jagged peaks, then a dramatic cascade into something he would not name. When asked about God, he speaks of water, uses the word lace to describe the molecular structure of water. He says he loves water because he knows about water, though the theme of the evening is not knowing, in this case, how we are loved by God.
Friendship. Let us
Praise our addictions.
Burnish them with bruised soul cloths. Sink and stink into their jammy, pulpy comfort. Doulas, who support our deceits through shadowlands, of pulsing homage to the Baal, who blessedly ransoms us to shores of invisibility.
Let us praise our addictions.
Dine with them on platters absent of equivocation, rancid judgment, torqued hearts, no gall and wormwood, no conversation needed. They await us at every threshold. They are friends till forever.
Face talk. I will eke a beauty out of me.
And a love I will squeeze like a pimple.
Some pus of it for you.
White.
White.
Hot as night in a fire's
A
light.
fairy's bright eyes dine on pumping up bust-open chest in a manly dressed.
Matching set of weight losses.
Slim crotches bulging and better than others.
And green, tie-dyed wine.
So fine.
So fine.
Silken wet places flexing against the seams of L.L. Bean.
I will chew the man across from you into a pile of pulp.
Garden fresh fiction.
The stories you want to be true.
True as the telltale magpies.
Circling a stew of bone-damp love.
From the crumbs of solid everlasting true blue skin tight.
Stretched tight tendons of circus tent winks and nods.
And dancing bare non-conversations.
I am not in love with you.
I will dig up the stuff from underneath fingernail sketches of fine lady asses.
Bobbing on spike-thin smiles, stretched from over there to miles from anywhere.
Go there.
See if I care.
I am manlier than crystal drip kin.
Calm as the mouth of him and his eager-lipped, beaverish grin.
I am manlier than men.
But what of it?
Crawling out of dank, stagnating pride in the finery.
Heart loss on parade.
Look what a fine, fine mess we've made.